Hello everyone, this is Reggie Patterson and welcome to tonight's call. Tonight we are going to be talking about how you can make PLR and resell rights products work for you, so let's go ahead and get started.
But first, we need to think realistically. Selling your PLR inside of the internet marketing community without rights is going to be difficult at best. Now, you will need to have a new market or change the PLR in order to leverage it. So how do you turn the rights product into something that someone will buy? Now, here's what was sold to you if you bought a PLR product. Typically, what you bought was the opportunity to make money online, or you bought the opportunity to learn something new. Now, if you bought the opportunity to learn something new and you're satisfied with the PLR, more than likely you had a good sense for something that you didn't know before, and now you have your arms around it, which is great. So let's talk about what is PLR resell rights or whatever it is that you purchase when you get a PLR package. PLR is, for the most part, teaching leverage. So if you don't know how to teach a subject and you've got to do a workshop, you've got to do a webinar, you want to get a bird's eye view of a subject, you can get PLR. And you can do that fairly quickly if you get some high quality PLR. It's also product leverage. So if you don't have the ability to create your own product, or you just need a jump start, you will need some assets in order to start creating a product. PLR can be a great way of being able to use some of the assets inside to either redo them or to use them as some of your components. PLR is bonus leverage. So if you don't have great bonuses to offer, typically you will get the rights to offer what you purchased as a bonus to a paid promotion that you're doing. It's a tool leverage. Now, sometimes you'll get a new PLR and you'll be able to use that PLR as a tool. Sometimes you get software PLR. You can actually use it in your business, or you can actually give it to someone as a bonus, as is the case with all of these things. Next is membership leverage. When you have a membership site, you want to give those who are coming to your membership something new and something fantastic. You can add PLR to your membership in order to give them even more value than they're getting by paying their membership fee. PLR is also content leverage. So if you don't have the ability to create content on a regular basis, what you can do is you can actually use the PLR to create great content. It is demo or example leverage. If you don't have a lot of skill in terms of doing a demo on either software or on something when it comes to maybe a particular social media site or whatever the subject of the PLR is, you can use PLR videos as demo or example leverage on your site. This is a great way of being able to prove yourself to be an expert. In short, what the PLR is raw material. It aids you in how you create online income. So the question is always going to be, when you're using PLR, and if you're going to take the PLR that you have and turn it into profit, you have to figure out first who you're selling to or who is your market. And then you want to find out what the bridge to their problem is. In other words, you have PLR, but you want to figure out how does that PLR approach their problem and what they're seeking to solve or what they're seeking to accomplish. And so you're going to need to adapt your content. How can you adapt your content to help you to generate leads every day from your market? How can you use your content to help you to make sales every day with this content? And then how can you do this as quickly as the content is released? In other words, how can you turn something that's PLR into something that your market is going to want? Now let's talk a little bit about your market. Your market is going to be composed of a couple of different segments. There are people in your market right now that are looking for a solution right now. They're looking for an answer right now. You can meet their need with your PLR if you adapt it to that situation. There are people who are aware there are solutions available, but they're not sure if they want one right now. There are people in your market who are aware they have a problem, right? And so you can adapt your PLR to them. There are people who are unconscious to their problem or solution. So again, this is another area that you can adapt PLR to. So the question now is, how can you reposition what you have to sell to one or all of these categories in your market. You have something fantastic to offer, but you may have to add something to it. You need to be able to meet these 4 sectors wherever they are so that you get the maximum profit from every piece of PLR that you purchase. So what you've got to figure out is what the shortest route is between their problem and your PLR. Whatever that gap is, you can actually adapt the PLR by adding something to it to give it the value that makes someone who's looking for a solution now want it. Someone who is aware there are solutions available that they want it too. Someone who is aware that they have a problem to make them want it. So what you want to think about is these 4 sectors, and then you want to figure out the shortest route between their actual problem and your PLR. Now, the single biggest key is to start with the market, not with a PLR. For example, if you buy Facebook PLR, you don't necessarily want to go out to market that Facebook PLR. You want to start with what? Where's the market? What is it that the market is requiring? What is it that they desire? And what is it that they have questions about? Because that is the way that you're going to be able to take whatever you have on your hard drive, whatever you have in your inventory, and then you're going to be able to adapt that to a market and have a sellable product, even if you have to change the PLR. And so the question is, what do you need to respond to the market, and how will you respond? In other words, what will make it a no-brainer for me to opt in to get your report or video about whatever the subject matter is? So if you understand your market, you understand what it is that they're looking for, you can then start to determine what kind of report, what kind of video, what can you take from your PLR in order to give me so that I will want to opt into your list without question. And of course, now one of the things that you're going to be using in order to get people to that opt-in page is targeted specific content and blogging or platform content, which will show people how to solve their particular problem. In other words, we are responding to the market. We're getting a sense for what it is that they want to know and what it is that they want to solve. We can also, of course, use paid advertising. We're going to be able to get them to look at an ad, to click over to our opt-in page, and then to attract them onto our list with something fantastic. Once again, making sure that it's a no-brainer. And of course, we can also use pre-sale video. And in all cases, we can use all 3 of these things. All 3 of these things actually go together: content, advertising, video, because the video is actually in and of itself search content. We can also use pre-sale audio and podcasting. So if you primarily deliver great content using podcasting or audio, you want to consider using podcasting or interviews. You can also use JV and collaboration. Now, this is a more advanced strategy, but if you can create an alliance where you can either be on someone's download page, or if you want to create a product together with someone, you can then start to bring people onto your list through collaboration. You will have more people coming to your product as a result of your partnership. And of course, one of the things that you can do to attract people onto your list is to use what's called the product creation snowball. And that's where you're going to repeatedly create products, and people are going to come in small numbers, but as they come, they then start to become part of your list. You're not really concerned necessarily about having a big launch. You're going to do lots of little launches. You're going to do them in places like Warrior Plus, and a place where you're going to be able to get a lot of attention by the eyeballs onto your particular offer, and then you will build your list gradually. Of course, in all of these cases, you're going to use your rights products for all of these, even the product creation snowball, as you begin to make unique products with them. You're using your PLR in order to build your list and to create momentum with buyers and create momentum with prospects. But ultimately, and this is very important, this has been mentioned before, if you want to have profit where people are coming to your site and you are not chasing them, you and I will need to create a platform that's going to be something where we're going to be giving people on a regular basis the information that they're seeking to achieve their goals and to solve their problems. And we're going to do that with something unique in the marketplace. And that is going to have to help them get to their goals. In most cases, you can focus on problems. But eventually, you want people to come back to you over and over again. You and I have to help people to accomplish their goals with our content. If we do this on a regular basis, we're going to be able to use our PLR in different ways in order to give people what they want and to create products and to attract people into our marketing funnel so that we can sell them the things that will actually meet their needs. Now, if you would like some help getting started with this, my team has put together a video training that covers 11 different ways you can use and repurpose PLR to generate profits into your business. You can check that out at impc.ws/PPL. Okay, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me tonight, and I will see you again next week. Take care.